Hey guys, it's Monday night and I'm going to keep it simple tonight and I'm going to make taco salad. Basically, all you're going to need for this is some Doritos, some hamburger meat, some cheese, some taco seasoning, taco sauce, sour cream, some lettuce. You can have tomatoes if you want. Um, Olives, I guess, if you like olives with your tacos and stuff. Um, And then I'm also going to add some of the Spanish rice. I'm going to add that to my um, taco salad as well. So I'm going to fix that up. But basically, you just use the Doritos as your base. And then you build off of that to make your salad. So basically, whatever kind of side you like with your taco and stuff. So, plus the meat, of course. So, I'm going to get off here and show you how to put all this together. Real simple. Okay, guys, there's about a pound of hamburger meat here. And then all I did was add some taco seasoning and then some of the taco sauce to that, and then a little bit of water, um, just to make it a little less thick. And then I ground it all up, and of course I did drain the hamburger meat before I added the taco sauce and stuff. But that's the taco meat there. And then over here is my rice. It just got done, so I'm letting it kind of fluff up a little bit. And then I will come back and show you how I put my taco salad together. Okay guys, I'm back, and this here is a 9 by 9 pan. You can make this in a 9 by 13 if you want to. But it's just me, so I don't want leftovers for days and days and days. So I'm just making a 9 by 9 pan here. So it only took about a half a bag of the Doritos. But I would say if you're making this for your family, more than two, three or more or whatever, I would definitely go ahead and make it, with the whole bag and make a 9 by 13 of this. So what I did is I just took half of the bag of Doritos and I crushed them, and like I said, that's going to be your base. So my hamburger meat is done, so I'm going to add that next, I think. And we're just going to pour this in here over top. Just like that. Whoops. Gonna cover up those Doritos. Okay. Then we're going to add the rice. I haven't decided if I'm going to use all this or not. I don't think I'm going to. Yeah, I think I'll just use enough to cover up the meat. Now, if you make a 9 by 13, I would definitely say that you'll probably go ahead and use the whole bag. But as you can see, I've got just a little bit left there. Enough for a couple of side portions if I make tacos or something like that another night. Okay. So I've got that all covered. Now I'm going to take my cheese. Or, actually, I'm going to take my taco sauce, and I'm going to pour just a little bit of taco sauce on there. Kind of spread that around. going to take my cheese. And this is triple pepper. This is something that I got at my Schnucks or something, I think. So, I haven't tried this yet. So, kind of anxious to see what this tastes like. Okay, so that's all covered, and I still have some cheese left. Again, if you make the 9x13, you're probably going to use your whole bag of cheese. And then the last thing I'm going to add is my lettuce. And like I said, you can still add chopping this up in my hands because I don't like great big pieces of lettuce. If you like tomatoes, black olives, jalapenos, whatever. That there is what it looks like. And then, of course, I have my sour cream out right here. And what I'll do is I'll put it in the bowl. And then once I put it in the bowl, then I'll put my sour cream on there. So, that is how you do it. I'll come back and show it to you all plated up. Or, I guess, tonight it will be all put in a bowl. So, I'll show you what it looks like. All made up and ready to go. Okay, folks, so here it is, all made up in my bowl. I like this hot and I like it cold both. Of course, once you put it in the refrigerator, it's kind of hard with the lettuce and stuff to like reheat it up. So I like it when it's first made because the hamburger meat's warm and the rice is warm and stuff. But I also like it cold as well after it's sat in the refrigerator. And it will firm up once it sits in the refrigerator. And it won't fall apart quite as much as like it has here in the bowl. But I like it both ways. Like I said, I guess you could, if you end up liking it warm versus cold, you could just like put this, leave the lettuce off, and then once you've heated it up in the microwave, then you could add your lettuce. You can do it that way, I guess. But like I said, I like it both ways. So I cannot wait to dig into this, and that's what's for dinner. Hey Peawatt gang, it's Sunday, and tonight for dinner we are going to have Monte Christo sandwiches and french fries. And I have everything laid out here that I'm going to need except for the fries, which all I basically got to do is throw those in the air fryer, which I haven't got out yet either. But this is what you're going to need to make the Monte Christo sandwiches. And in case you're not familiar with what a Monte Christo sandwich is, basically it is... Actually, I do not have everything out here. Hold on just a moment and let me get what I need. Okay guys, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. But as you can see, I have added some raspberry preserves to this. And in that container beside there, that is not flour, that is powdered sugar. So you're probably thinking, if you don't know what a Monte Cristo is, what in the world? Basically, a Monte Cristo is a deep fried sandwich with ham, turkey, and cheese. And you can put it on different kinds of bread. I prefer to put it on the Texas toast. It's, to me, it's just easy that way because I like Texas toast anyway. So it's something that I already buy, and it tastes just like the Monte Cristo that I get at my restaurant called Cheddar's. So I understand if you're thinking, whoa, what is this? Because it's not something that I would have ever ordered off of a menu because of the same fact. I would have been like, oh, that kind of sounds kind of a little weird. But I was actually out to dinner with some friends, and one of them ordered the Monte Cristo. And of course, everybody at the table was like, wow, that sounds interesting. So she was nice enough to let anybody who wanted to take a test bite of the sandwich when she got it to see what it tasted like. So of course I tried it and I liked it. So now it's something that I order on the regular when I go to Cheddar's. I've also been told that they also make this sandwich at Disney World and probably Disneyland too. But I've never had it there. I've only been to Disney World and I've only been there once. So um, and that was before I'd ever heard of the sandwich, so I wouldn't have tried it anyway. So, but that's the only two places that I know as far as like where you can go out and buy it, as a item on a menu. That's the only places that I know of. So, what had happened was Mother's Day, and my mom I told her to pick anywhere she wanted to go. And of course, because of everything that's going on, we could only do curbside pickup. Couldn't actually eat there yet because none of the restaurants had opened. And she picked Cheddar's. And she liked something there called the New Orleans pasta. And so when I go there, I either get the Monte Cristo or I get their chicken Caesar pasta salad, or I will also get the New Orleans pasta. So I called them and asked them how they were doing curbside pickup for Mother's Day. They explained to me, they told me how to go online, look at the menu and stuff, and that I could go ahead and place the order ahead of time. So I went online, and then when I went online, I realized that their menu was limited, and they didn't have all the items that they normally do available for curbside pickup. They didn't have any of the entrees that me or her liked. So, long story short, we ended up going to Cracker Barrel and doing curbside pickup there because we couldn't find anything at Cheddar's that we wanted. So since then, I have had a craving for the sandwich. So I decided, well, I'm going to go online and try to see if I could find a recipe to make it. So I wanted to see exactly what kind of ham and cheese they used and stuff on their sandwich. So I went to their website, and now the restaurant is open. So I looked on their website, and the Monte Cristo is still not listed as a menu item. So I don't know if they've quit carrying it altogether or if they just haven't updated their menu now that they are allowing people back into the restaurant to dine in. So it kind of freaked me out. So I was like, oh no, I definitely have to find a recipe. So I went online, and luckily enough, I found a recipe. And I did this about a week ago. And I didn't film it because I didn't know how it was going to go. I never made the sandwich and stuff. Didn't know how messy it was going to be, nothing. So I didn't film it, and I thought if it goes good, then I'll film it. It is the easiest sandwich to put together. So easy. Doesn't take any time at all. And it tasted spot on to the sandwich at Cheddar's. So, yeah, it's an awesome sandwich. So basically what you do is you deep fry the sandwich, and then you cover it with the powdered sugar after you've deep fried it, and then you dunk it in the raspberry preserves. So, I know it sounds weird, but oh, it is so, so delicious. And I bet you, if you have little kids, that they will absolutely love the sandwich, because to me it's something like you would get at like a carnival. It's a carnival food. That's my best way to describe it. It would be something that you would see at a carnival. So without further ado, I'm going to quit talking because I've talked way too much, and I've already taped this once and I accidentally deleted it trying to get everything together and stuff. So Hopefully I haven't repeated myself on anything I said. So I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to show you how to put this awesome sandwich together. Okay, guys, I got everything laid out here to start assembling the sandwich. So I'm going to make 2 sandwiches. So I've got my 4 pieces of Texas toast laid here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take a slice of American cheese. And they say to lay the cheese on the bread, that it helps, that instead of putting the meat facing the bread, that the cheese helps. The cheese on the bread helps to keep the sandwich together, versus if you put the meat on the bread, that it wouldn't hold the sandwich together as well. They also say once you put the sandwich together, I did see several people say that you could like wrap the sandwich in saran wrap and then put it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes to kind of let it chill and kind of let it mesh together where it will hold together a little bit better. But then I also seen other people say that they didn't really tell a difference by doing that. They just seen that it was just adding more time to the process. So when I made this sandwich the first time, I did not do that, and I didn't have a problem with the sandwich holding together. So, it's just what your preference is. So then it tells you to use 2 pieces of ham and 2 pieces of turkey. So we're going to lay 1 piece of ham there. And I'm using smoked ham and smoked turkey. On the recipes that I've seen, they were using smoked turkey, but they really didn't say a specific kind of ham. So since I went with the smoked turkey, I just went with the smoked ham too. But I guess that could be, that could all, if you liked honey ham or whatever, I guess you could just use whatever you wanted to. But I like smoked ham and smoked turkey anyway, so that's why I went with that. So I've got my 2 pieces of ham. So now we're going to do the turkey, and I think I've only got 3 pieces of turkey left. So we're probably only going to do 1.5 pieces of turkey. And this is just deli ham from the deli at Walmart. Yeah, I'll have 1.5. So we're just going to split this other piece. It's no big deal because that's plenty. Okay. So we've got that. And then in all the recipes that I've seen, it called for Monterey or Swiss cheese. So I asked the deli if they had Monterey Jack cheese, and they didn't. So I had them give me Swiss. And I am also going to add a piece of provolone. So, again, you could probably use any cheese you wanted, your preference and stuff, just to make your sandwich. And then basically this is it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these sandwiches aside. I'm going to go I'm going to get my air fryer out for my fries, because I'm going to make French fries. And I'm going to go ahead and put them in the air fryer, because that takes about 12 minutes. While they're cooking, then I'm going to make the batter out of the pancake mix. And I'm going to put the oil in the pan. And while I'm making the batter out of the pancake mix, I'm going to turn the stove top on and let the oil get hot. And by the time I've made the pancake batter and got that done, the oil should be hot enough and ready for me to go ahead and dunk into to go ahead and deep fry the sandwich. So I'll be right back and show you how to do that. Okay guys, I'm back, and now we're going to put the... Sorry about that, I had to go heat up or turn on the stove so I could start heating up the oil. We're going to put the batter together, and basically all you're going to need is some pancake mix, and I've just got the Great Value pancake and waffle mix there. What you're going to do, since I'm making 2 sandwiches, you're going to follow like the directions back on the back. So I'm just going to make it as it's saying to like do the 5 to 7 sandwiches, or 5 to 7 pancakes, because that's the least that you can make on here, or that they give you directions for. So that's what I'm going to do, and that's what I did the last time, and I had a little bit left over, so just a little bit. It wasn't a whole lot of waste. So that's how I'm going to do it. I would say for every pancake that it gives you, treat that like a piece of bread. So, you know, like I'm using 4 pieces of bread, so that's going to give me 5 to 7, and that's why I had just a little bit left over. So that's how I would treat it as far as how much pancake mix to do. Plus, when you do pancake mix, you can either use water or you can use milk. I like to use milk because it gives it a better taste, I think. So it calls for 1 cup of the pancake mixture and then 2/3 a cup of milk. So, and then all you're going to do is just whisk this real good until it's not lumpy. This is going to be your batter to dunk the sandwich that you just made. So it's good. All mixed up real good. And I've got the fries going over here in the air fryer. I mean, you can have this meal done in a good, probably 15 to 20 minutes. It's really easy. So, since you're going to dunk the sandwich in this, I like to take this bowl here, and I get like a pie pan, and then I like to pour my mixture in there because it's a lot more shallow, and it's a lot more easier to just dunk the bread in. So that's what I do. Okay, so everything's done for that mixture there. So I'm going to wait for the oil to heat up just a little bit more, and then I'm going to take you over to the stove and show you how to deep fry these bad boys. Okay guys, so I think my oil is heated up good enough. So we'll take our sandwich right here, and we're going to dunk it over here in this mixture. And we're just going to do both sides. And we're going to throw it in the pan. And do the same thing with this other one. That, guys, is basically it. And then you just kind of let it sit in the pan for a couple of minutes on each side until it's golden brown. And then you flip it to the other side. And that's all. So, I'm going to get these nice and golden brown. And then I'll come back and show you what they look like. Okay, guys, I just flipped them. I'm going to let them cook for another couple of minutes. But, ooh, they're looking so good. Okay, guys, here it is all plated up. Basically what I did is I took the sandwich out of the pan, cut it up in half, and then in half again, sprinkled it with some powdered sugar, and then I poured me some of the raspberry preserves in my little dipping bowl there, and I've got some french fries on the plate, and I am all ready to go. So all you mamas out there with little kids, I guarantee you fix this, you will be the hero. I'm not going to say that they may not like the raspberry preserves, but they may like it, you know, I don't know, but I definitely like it. I mean, it's just that little bit of sweetness that adds to the kind of savory of the sandwich. It's just, oh, so good. So, this is what's for dinner tonight. If you decide to try this, let me know, and let me know what you and your family think. Bye-bye. Hey guys, it's Tuesday, and today for dinner, we're going to have black bean soup, and then I'm also going to make some salsa, because I think tomorrow I'm going to have some breakfast burritos for dinner, and I'm going to use some of the salsa that I make tonight for the salsa to put into the breakfast burritos. So I'm going to make what I call my knockoff Hacienda salsa. So, in order to do the black bean soup, it's very simple. Basically, all you're going to need is a teaspoon of olive oil. You're going to need 2 cups of salsa, which I'm using on the border salsa, and there's 2 cups in 1 jar of that. Then you're also going to need 2 cans of 15 ounce each of black beans, and you're going to want to drain those. So you're going to need 2 15-ounce cans of black beans. And then you're also going to want 2 cans of refried black beans, and you're going to want those to be 16 ounces. Now, my cans back there, each of those are 20 ounces. They didn't have the smaller cans, so I don't know that I'm going to use all of those or not. It's just going to see what it looks like. And let's see. Then you're also going to need 2 cups of chicken broth. And I have 1 can of chicken broth, and I think it's like 14.5 ounces, so it's just a little bit shy of 2 cups. So that's why I'm not sure that I'm going to use all of those refried black beans, because I don't want my soup real thick. And then what I don't have pictured here is you're going to want some sour cream to put on top of it after it's done. And of course, you can squirt some lime juice on that too if you want. I forgot to pick up some limes, so won't be doing that, but a lot of people do that too. So, that's the ingredients I need to make for my black bean soup. And then for my knockoff Hacienda salsa, I've done a video for that before. And basically all you need is a 28-ounce can of whole tomatoes, a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, a 7-ounce can of jalapenos and carrots and onions. And I have a large can there, so I'm not going to use all that's in there. And then you're going to need 2 teaspoons of garlic salt. So very simple to make that too. So I'm going to focus more on the black bean soup because, like I said, I've done a video for the salsa, but I'll take you along the way on making both. So that's what's for dinner tonight. Okay, guys, I have put my 1 tablespoon, or actually it was a teaspoon, not a tablespoon, a teaspoon of olive oil in my pan, and I heated it on medium heat. And now I'm going to add my 2 cups, woo, sorry about that, my 2 cups of salsa, which is equivalent to the 1 jar of salsa there. I'm going to stir that up a little bit. Okay, so this is going to sit in the pan for 4 minutes, and I'm going to stir it occasionally, and then after it's been in there for 4 minutes and I've stirred it occasionally, then I'm going to add the other ingredients. So, we will come back here in a little bit, show you how to incorporate everything else. Okay, I'm back, and I've let this sit here and cook for about 4 minutes, stirring it, starting to bubble a little bit, so now it's good and warm. So now we're going to add the other ingredients. So I'm going to add my chicken broth first, because I want to see if I'm going to have to add more to it. And I may add just a little bit of water instead of chicken broth, because if I just need just a little more liquid, adding a little water is not going to hurt instead of chicken broth. So I'm going to add that first. And then I'm going to add my black beans that you've seen me already drain and rinse real good. So there's those. Mix them in there really, really good. Okay. And then we're going to add in our refried black beans. So I'm going to add this 1 can first. Okay. This stuff is so good. Actually, I had this at a local restaurant called Rafferty's. And that was the first time I'd ever had black bean soup. And I had a friend that had it beforehand, and she said I needed to try it. And she said, she's like, doesn't look real appealing, but it tastes really, really good. And so I went to Rafferty's with her, and of course, it was really, really good. So, we actually went with another friend, and she liked it, and she got online and tried to find a recipe kind of comparable to it. And she shared the recipe with us, and sure enough, it's pretty comparable. So if you have a Rafferty's and you like their black bean soup, then chances are you're going to like this soup too. Okay, so we're going to have to add the other can. And like I said, I don't know if I'm going to add this whole can or not. Just going to see. Kind of eyeball it. There's half there. Might be able to have to rest. Might not be too thick. I'm definitely going to have to add a little more liquid to it. Well, it's not wanting to come off the spoon. There we go. Okay, may not add all of that. This is probably equivalent to, what was it I said I needed? Check this recipe. Yeah, you need two 16-ounce cans of the refried black beans. So this is probably equivalent to that. So I'm not going to use all that's in there because I think it's going to make it, moving my pan off the, I think if I add all of it, it's going to make it too thick, and I don't want it real thick. But I am going to add just a little bit of water to it. There we go. And that will make up for the 1.5 ounces of chicken broth that was not in the can that I needed, because I needed 16 ounces. And these are only 14.5 ounce cans. So, what I'm going to do is just continue to cook this on medium. And you're just going to cook it until it gets all heated through. And then once it's all heated through, you can serve it. It's ready to serve. I like to, like I said, I like to garnish mine with a little bit of sour cream, and if I have some lime juice, I'll squirt a little bit of lime juice on there, but I forgot my limes, so we'll just be having sour cream. So I'm going to sit here and stir this up really good so I don't have no big chunks of the refried black beans in here. And then I'm going to let it simmer on the stove for a little bit till it's cooked all the way through, and then I will be back to show it to you all plated up, or in this case, all put in a bowl. So we'll see you in a little bit. Okay guys, I'm making my knockoff Hacienda salsa. I just had a craving for chips and salsa. I have not been in a Mexican restaurant since, I don't even know that I've been in a Mexican restaurant at all this year. I know I haven't been in one since the beginning of February, so just missing my chips and salsa, and Hacienda is a local restaurant here, and they're my favorite chips and salsa, so I know how to make their knockoff salsa, so I decided I was going to make that so I could have it with my soup tonight, and then I'm going to make breakfast burritos tomorrow and use the salsa for that. So what I've done, like I said, there's a whole video for all of this, but I did pour the crushed tomatoes in this bowl, and then the whole tomatoes and the jalapenos, I pureed them in my little KitchenAid chopper, and they're in this little container here. And I'm just going to add this slowly to the crushed tomatoes here. Sorry about that. I have a package that's missing, and that was the post office calling me. So, gonna stir that really, really good. And then we're going to put 2 teaspoons of garlic salt. Now, when I did my video for this actual salsa, I think I put tablespoons instead, and I actually said in the video that I did it. But yeah, it was way too much garlic. So you put 2 teaspoons, not tablespoons, in there. And you just mix that really, really well. Looks pretty darn good to me. And then you have your salsa. Yum, yum, yum. So I'll show you all this plated up and in the bowl and everything. Show you what it all looks like here in a minute. Okay, guys, here it is, all plated up, and my soup's in my bowl and ready to go. And I pull it, and I didn't even know it. So anyway, this looks so delicious. I figure if I can't go to the Mexican restaurant, I'll bring it home to me. And that's just what I did. So, hope you enjoyed. If you try this bean soup, let me know. Hey guys, tonight we are going to go simple and we're going to make breakfast quesadillas. So basically what I got here in the metal bowl there is the salsa that I made yesterday. It's a knockoff Hacienda salsa, which is a restaurant we have here. Then I've got my shells on top there. And then in the plastic baggie, that is some hash brown patties that I'm going to fry up in the air fryer. I have some cheese there. Wrapped up in the aluminum foil is some chorizo. And then I've got eggs. I've got some Tennessee Pride sausage back there too that I'm going to fry up. I've got eggs and I've got sour cream. I think that's all I'm going to need. I was going to fry some bacon, but I don't think so. I think this will be enough. Now, the sausage, I'm going to fry that. I'm going to fry the Tennessee Pride sausage separately for the chorizo. Usually I would fry it together, but I've got quite a bit of that Tennessee Pride sausage, so I'm going to fry it, and I don't think I'm going to use all of it, and then tomorrow I may make biscuits and gravy with the leftover sausage that I have from that. So that's the plan. I'll take you along with me as I put these together. Okay, got all the sausage up here on the stove going. There's the chorizo and the Tennessee Pride. So once I get that all browned up and good, I'll put it in a bowl, and then I'll do the eggs, and then I can put the quesadillas together. Okay, I'm going to prepare my eggs. Just a little bit of pepper in there. Mixing this together. room in here. Get a fork. Since we're kind of limited here in this cup on space to whisk it, finish doing the rest with my fork here. Alright, I think we're good to go. So I'm going to go over here, pour it in my pan, and I'll be right back. Alright, we got the pan all heated up. Gonna pour these eggs in there. Get all fluffy. And this is the same pan that I fried up the the Tennessee Pride sausage in. And I poured most of the grease out, but just left a little bit in there so the eggs wouldn't stick and stuff. So. Okay, Jack. Okay, boy. Eggs are getting quite fluffy now. Overcook them. Looking pretty darn good, so I think I'm going to remove them from the heat, and I'll be back to show you putting this all together. Okay, guys, I've got the butter melted here in the pan, so I'm going to lay my tortilla down there, and then put a little bit of salsa. And then I've gone ahead and mixed up the sausages. So there they are. And then I mixed up the egg and the hash brown. Then we're going our cheese. Ooh, these are going to be so good. Okay. Now we're going to where my little tongs went. Jackson, it's alright. Okay, I don't know where the tongs went, but I'm going to go ahead and... Ooh, that is a little hot. Okay. I have to find my tongs to do my second one. Jackson, it's alright! Goodness. See? Woo! That's nice and crispy there. Okay, I'm going to take this out of the oven and do the other one, and I'll be back and show it to you all plated up. Okay guys, I'm going to put my quesadilla together. And I'm just going to put some of my homemade salsa here on one side. And I'm just using the same pan that I ground up my Tennessee Pride sausage in. I drained most of the grease out of it, but I left a little bit so that way the shell won't stick. And I've already combined some of my sausage, some of the Tennessee Pride, and the chorizo together. Okay. And then I combined my egg and hash brown already together, so it would be easier to put in here. Okay. And the last thing we're going to add is cheese. And this is actually the second one I made already. I already made one and I filmed it and it was a hot mess, so I'm filming the second one. So I tried the first one and oh my gosh, it was delicious. So cannot wait. It's alright, Jack. There we go. Hey. Doesn't that just look so pretty? Oh my goodness. Go. Okay, this should be about ready to pull off of the stovetop. I'm going to get it on a plate, cut it up, put some salsa and chips, maybe a little bit of black bean soup on there, and show you what it looks like all plated up. Okay guys, here it is all plated up. I got my quesadilla. I heated up some black bean soup from last night, and then I have some salsa back there to dip my quesadilla in, and then I'm gonna bring a bag of chips. to eat with me too, to dip into my salsa. So that is what's for dinner tonight. Like I said, I'd already made one of these and I filmed it and it was a hot mess, so I ate it and oh, it was so good. So I can't wait to eat this next one. Plus, uh, eat it with the bean dip or the bean soup because the bean soup is so good and it's even better after it sits overnight. So I know it's going to be twice as good as it was last night. So yeah, this is for dinner. Yum yum yum. Keeping it simple tonight, and we're going to have biscuits and gravy for dinner. So, in the container, I have some Tennessee Pride sausage that I cooked up the other night when I made, what did I make? I think I made breakfast quesadillas with that. And then I have some milk, because I'm going to use milk instead of water when mixing the gravy mix. I think it tastes better. And then I've got some of this Pioneer country gravy packet here. I love this milk gravy. It's really good. And then I have some Pillsbury Southern uh, biscuits, and I'm gonna put those in the oven, and I'll take you along and show you how I put this together. It's gonna be good. Okay, guys, I have a cup and a half of milk in the pan here, waiting for it to boil. And then over here in the mixing pan, I have the gravy packet and another cup, or not a cup, half a cup of milk mixed. So once this starts boiling, I'll pour that in here and just mix it until it gets to the right consistency. And then I'll add my sausage, and then we'll put it over the biscuits that are in the oven that are just about ready. So I'll come back and show it to y'all plated up. Hey guys, I just wanted to come back and show you what this gravy looks like all done. I've added in the sausage and it is done. Now it's just ready to add to the biscuits. So I'm going to plate this up and I'll be back to show you what it looks like. Okay guys, here it is all plated up. I went ahead and fixed me 2 biscuits with gravy. Opened them up and then just poured the gravy on top because this is all I'm having for dinner. And I cannot wait to dig in. So if you've not tried this gravy mix, I highly recommend it. It is really good. I get mine at Walmart, so you should be able to find it there in the seasoning aisle where they have all the seasoning packets and stuff. Yum yum yum. Can't wait for dinner. We'll be back later.